Okay, students, good evening. So the students who are in the online, please confirm that. Am I audible? My voice is clear? Okay. So let us move to the next discussion in the class. So last class, already we have completed first approach. How many approaches are there to develop the thread-based application? 3. Okay. So let us start with threads. Inside of that, number of approaches to develop thread-based application. And the last class, we have seen that by using functional approach. Today, we are going to see the second approach called by using subclass of thread class. That is ready now. By using subclass of thread class, that is called with inheritance. So how to develop this? Very simple. So let's start with an example beginning itself. Let me take the same example, or let me take another example. Very small basic example, I will take it. So here, approach number 2. Approach number 2.py. So my file name is approach number 2.py. Which is this approach? Object-oriented approach with inheritance. How we can do it? We need to choose a class. What is the class now? Something like HYD. Something like HYD. So this class must inherit from thread class. Must inherit from which class? Thread class. And the thread is a class which is coming from where? Threading.thread. What is threading? Module. Import threading. Import threading. Okay. In the thread class, there is one function is there. What is the purpose of thread? Come on, everybody. What is the purpose of thread? To perform the operation whose logic is written in the form of functions. Here, once my class is choosing and it is inheriting from thread class, in the object-oriented approach with inheritance concept, inside of it, there is one type of function is present. What is that function present inside of thread class? That thread class is containing an instance method that is called a run method. What is that method name? Run method, which is called what? Instance method. Run is the null body method coming from which class? Thread class. Whether you remember or not, last day of OOPS, I said, abstract class, one small example I said. There is a class, there is a function with pass. What is that statement is called? Null body method. What are we doing that null body method? We are overriding. We are overriding. So here if you look at, where I taught that concept for you, look at that carefully. In this PC, go to the place of 4 p.m. under OOPS, under polymorphism. With the polymorphism, somewhere else there is an example, abstract class example. You see here. Yes, banking, DEF open AC pass, DEF deposit pass, DEF loan pass. The Ravi is inheriting from banking and overriding whatever the function you want. And person, banking, loan. And later we are calling R.Ravi. Ravi is an object of banking. Banking is a superclass. Ravi is a subclass. Right? That is something like that. In thread class, there is a function called what? Run. What is that run contains? Null body. What are we doing? Overriding. See that. I'm just saying that print of, I am from which function? Run function. Just run function. One more statement I will write it. I am from, or I can say thread-based application. Just one message I am writing. Just a small example. Thread-based application. Right. So what I'm trying to say is, Any type of object oriented programming, when you go to the inheritance concept, always we must write the logic inside of which method? A run method. In the functional programming, last class I said, define your function in where? Our own function. Define the logic. Last class already. Thread object you created. Thread object is created. Last class scenario. And you set the name of it and you started that. In today's class also, we are choosing the thread class. From there it is inheriting the null body method. We are overriding that. In that overriding part, I will write my own logic. Okay. Well, this is done. Step number 1 is called what? This is called step number 1. What is the step number 2? Step number 2 is called choosing your class name. Choosing your class name. Next step number 3 is called what? Step number 3 is called what? Taking from which class? Inheriting from which class? Thread class. Step number 4 is called what? Overriding of what? Run method. Inside the run method, what you will write always? Logic of the thread. Okay, fine. Coming to the main program. I must create an object of thread or not? How do you create it now? What is an object of thread? Object of thread class is nothing but object of its subclass or not? Inheritance. Object of superclass is nothing but object of subclass. Inheritance, I told you. Whenever you develop any inheritance based application, which class object we will create? Subclass object we will create. What is the subclass here? HYD. H is equal to HYD. What is this H is called? Here, H is called. Come on. Child thread. H is an object of which class? HYD, and it is considered as what? Child thread. Actually, what is an object of thread? We created in the functional programming. Last class. I'll open it. See that. Approach number 1 example. See that. This is called what? Threading dot thread. Directly we created T1. Here what we are creating today? We are creating H is equal to HYD. What is that H is equal to HYD? Subclass of what? Thread. Here H is an object of HYD and considered as which thread? Child thread, which is just created. Is it started or not started? Not started. What is an execution status? True na false? False. Print. I am writing execution status of what? H before start is equal to, how do you write it? Comma H dot, what is the function name? Very good, Rocky. Is underscore what? Alive. Is alive function present in which class actually? Which is inherited into which class? Subclass. How can I call it? H dot is alive. Just execute it once. Just execute. So here I am saying that approach number 2, coming to the command prompt. So here I am going to take it. Python 4 p.m. Say threads now. Coming to this py, say approach number 2. What is the execution status? False. How do you print the main thread? Already I told you. Print off. What is that now? Name of main thread. Main thread is always there, ma. Name of main thread. Come on, how do you write it? Threading dot. Current thread. Current underscore what? Thread. Current underscore thread. Dot. Name. Just observe it. What is the thread name printed? Main thread. What is the execution status here? False. Now I will say here. Now I need to start the thread or not? How do you start? Very good. H dot what? Start. H dot what? Start. Once you say start, it will go to how the flow is. Start method called with respect to what? H. H is an object of what? HYD. Control goes to HYD. Always start method is written. Start method is internally calling which method? Run method. Dear students, even you written approach number 1, whatever the logic you have written in your own function, internally your PVM will place that generate method in where? Run method it will place. Even though you written in functional programming, this function data, this function logic placed in which place? Run method. Every start function will call run method. Even though you have written the logic inside of your own function, internally PVM will place this statements in which place? Run method. Here it is given this type of syntax. In the object-oriented programming approach, start method is internally calling which function? Run function. Are you getting my point? So H dot start method is calling which function? Of which method? Once again, start function call with respect to H. H is an object of control goes to which class? Looking for which function? Straightforward? Run. Because always a thread logic is written inside of run method only. So run method is containing your logic. So tell me indirectly, start method I call which method? Run method. Run method is coming from where? Thread class. Start method is also present in which class? Thread class. Yesterday's class. Yesterday's class. Always yesterday's class. Number of module name. Module name. Come on, ma. Senapati. Run method is one of the null body method. Null body method. See that. Yesterday it was left space. Come on. I'm writing. This method. It is one of the null body method. Null body method of which class? Thread class. Which class? Thread class. It is used for defining logic of Java, logic of what? Python program, logic of Python program, which is executed by what? Thread, which is executed by child thread, Are you following me? Yes, sir. And one more point I am writing. This is the method. This method must be overridden. This method must be overridden. Inside of where? Must be overridden. Inside of which class? Subclass of which method? Subclass of which class? Thread class. Subclass of thread class. What for you will override? For defining the logic of the Python program, which is executed by which thread? Child thread. As a syntax, I will write it. Syntax, I will write, student. Just to follow the syntax. What is the syntax? Class. What are you writing? Class name of what? Threading dot. Thread of. What is the function you are taking? def. Which function? Run of what? Self. You will write the block of statements. Overriding statements or not? You will write the block of statements. That is what we followed in today's class. We are overriding. Now, when I say start, see what is happening. After execution status, see that what is happening. After execution status of H. After what? Start. Careful, ma. See that execution status. Name of the thread before start is false. started already. Execution status is what? True. Printing that statement called run and then thread based application. So once again, you see, I am from run method and whose execution status is called what? True. So the one side or the other side, the result is going to print. I hope that it is written inside of this logic here. Did you understand? Well, now I will go for a small skeleton example is written. Open the notes, write down. Write a Python program or write a thread-based application. Write a thread-based application. Write a thread-based application which will generate 1 to n numbers, 1 to n numbers, 1 to n numbers by 1 to n numbers by using object-oriented approach. By using object-oriented approach. By using object-oriented approach. Thread-based application with object-oriented approach. Yes. 1 to n numbers you need to generate. Look at students, all of you. Going for the next example. Same approach only, next example. Let us follow me carefully. So program will display 1 to n numbers, 1 to n numbers by using threads with oops. In the bracket I am writing inheritance. In the bracket I am writing inheritance. Well, now I am writing, come on students, class, come on, numbers of what? Thread. Numbers of what? Thread. How I will write it? I can say, come on ma, from what? Threading, import, thread. Like this also I can write now. Yes. Now, careful students. This is called what class? Thread is called which class? Super class. And number is called what? Subclass. Ranjan. Yes, good. Now I need to define the logic. Which function I have to define compulsory? Run function. DEF. What is that? Run. What is the first formal parameter? Self. Self indicates which type of method? Instance method. Which method? Well, now here I will accept it. N is equal to, I can write it int of input of enter number of numbers to generate. Number of enter number of numbers to generate. Okay. So I'm just taking, yes, if n less than or equal to 0. Simple ma. All our previous programming want to convert into threading. How to write the thread-based applications? That is the main discussion is going on. Now I will say print of, what is this? Is invalid input. Is invalid input. I say dot format of what? N. Else. Now I will generate print of numbers within dot format of n. Well, now I want to go for i in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Come on now, print some backslash t. You know this part of it already. Value of I is equal to dot format of I. Right? I say here ending of this. Fine. Leave it. I'm going to come to this level. What is over? Run function is over. Okay, na? Next, what should I do now? What should I do? Go to the main program. Right? Numbers range in that. For I in range of 1 to n plus 1. Next, I need to go for what? Come on. Main program I need to create. main program. So let us create the main program. Which object I have to create? Very good. That is called n is equal to what? Numbers. What is n? N is called child thread. Is an object of thread only. Is an object of numbers. Numbers is a subclass of thread. Hence n is called what? Child thread. Yeah. Creating what thread? Child thread. How it is child thread? I did not understand. Make me to understand. How can I understand that it is a child thread? Numbers is a subclass of what? Thread. Numbers is a subclass of thread. Hence, subclass object is nothing but object of thread only. Hence, n is called what? Child thread. Am I correct? N is called child thread. Well, now I am going to say n dot. What should I say now? Start. N dot what? Start. So when I say start, which method is calling? Run method. Of which class? Numbers class. Numbers class run method is what? Overridden. Run method of thread class is what body method? Null body. Which is overridden in which class? Numbers class. So which function is calling? Which function is calling? Overridden run method is calling. Null body run method is calling. Overridden run method is calling. So this function is called overridden run method. Overridden. Which method? Run method. Overridden run method. Overridden run method. Already overridden I said. What is overridden? Method heading is same. Body is different. Everything is oops only here. Okay now? Fine. Coming to the, I'm giving numbers generate. So number generation dot what? Py. Example 1 dot py. Save this code. Say this. Out of that, execute py. Number generation. Enter something like 3. Invalid input. Say something like 0. Invalid input. Say execute. I say 10 or I say 5. It is going to generate 5. To see some fun result, I say what? Time dot what? Sleep of 1. I say here, come on, import what? Time. Import time. You can see that. Enter the number of numbers. It is going to say numbers within 5. You are going to get the numbers something like this. You say the numbers called 10. You will get the numbers like this. I hope that you are understanding. Everything is method overridden, inheritance, object of subclass, calling. Very easy. Easy or difficult? So, Irfan, sir, you mean thread will have a default run method? Don't call it as a default method, Irfan. We call it as what? Default run method? No. What is that method? Null body. Simple ma. When you buy a mobile, do you have SIM card in the mobile? New mobile? No. What is there? Empty body is there. Empty slot is there. That is called a null body slot. You are buying na, and you will override and you will keep your SIM card. There is nothing overriding you are. Here also I am buying the null body run method. What I am doing? I am overriding by writing my own logic. That is an important. And now run method of numbers is overridden method. Irfan, everything is correct, but only you rectify by yourself. It is not a default run method. What method it is? Null body run method. So, understand? Default run method and null body run method. Right. For example, when the BTech is over, our brain is what body? When BTech is over, our brain is null body or already full body? Null body. Daily I am overriding or not? Just one example I am saying. And you don't feel it. Even if you feel also, nothing will happen. Even if we don't read also, null body only daily. Okay. So did you understand null body? Right. Whenever you buy the water bottle, it is not having anything. Suppose, for example, you are buying one empty bottle. What that empty bottle is? null body water bottle. What are you buying? What are you doing? Overriding with coconut water. Next you are overriding with Bisleri water. Same water bottle. You are filling different content inside. Are you overriding with your own content or not? Like that. So method overriding already explained or not? What is method overriding? Method heading is same. Method body is different. Run method is same. Body is different. Earlier my body was what? Ma? Earlier my body was what? See, our body is something like this. It was defined something. Now it is going to be something different. Yes, sir. Irfan, exactly. So this is going to be something different. You can take in place of self. You can take, I'm trying to write KVR here. I'm trying to write KVR here. Try to see what is happening. Some 6. It is going to print 6 like this. In place of self, can I write my own variable name? Happily you can write. Already we said to you. Understand? Well, now I'm going to write it. Now I'm going to write it. KVR.n. KVR.n. Because I'm object-oriented programming. KVR.n. Here also I'm saying KVR.n. KVR.n. Here also I'm saying KVR.n. Well, execute this program now. I say 10 and it is going to give you what happens there. Okay. It is saying that one more place it is missing. As here also KVR.n. Well, good. So go to the place. Now I'll say something like 10. So it is going to give you the numbers like this. So purely object-oriented programming. You want to switch over to functional or functional programming. Object-oriented or object-oriented. Threading or threading. Whichever topic you learn, full length explanation is required. Understand, students? So in place of that, I can write if you want, of course, recommended to write what, ma? Self. Whenever self is coming, I should write what here? Also self. It is not necessary to write self.n there. If you want, you can write self also, no problem. Self also, no problem. So you can take it as a self. What is the difference between self-writing and not writing self? Can anybody can give the answer? If I write a self, what will happen? If I don't write self, what will happen? Can anybody can give the answer, ma? What happens? When I write a self here, what will be new thing which is happening? When I don't write self, what will be the n? I am asking. Whoever says, I'll give chocolate. Correct answer. Morning one student gave Kit Kat chocolate they gave. Of course, I don't know whether it is there or not in the back. This staff members taken or not. Come on. Come on first. So I'm going to take self.n. Because of self.n, what will happen? If I don't write self.n, what will happen? Rocky. Say, I want to see. Okay. Anybody else? So your time is out. So chocolate belongs to me only. Whenever I don't write self, it is becoming as a local parameter. Rocky. It is a local parameter. Renuka. See, ma, first time I hope you are giving wrong answer. No difference, no. Output part, no difference. But internally, it is going to be difference is there. What is the difference? Whenever I write self, it is becoming a data member in the object. Whenever I don't write self, it is a local variable. 1 minute. So here I will write it. Something like this. Print of n dot underscore what? Dict. Just observe it. So see that underscore dict. How many things are coming? Say something like 6. Say something like 6. What is happening now? Finally, what the value is coming here? Within the numbers is called what? 6. Within the numbers is called 6. Because of start, it is asking the value here. And it is going to print the value called what? Something like this. I just remove that. Now I will write here itself. Print of what I am writing? Self dot underscore dict. underscore underscore dict. See what is happening. Enter the number called here. Some 8 you enter. See that what is happening. What is this? N is equal to 8. N is equal to 8. Are you able to follow? Which is becoming as a part of our object. And object is containing these many number of information. This much of information is there for the thread object. And our value is called what? N is equal to 8. You go to that. Don't write self dot self dot. Don't write self dot self dot. You see that N will not come there. That N will not come there. And I told so many times in our whoops place, if I don't write self here, it will become what? It will become what? Formal parameter. Formal parameter. Now you start. Here I am writing N, but I am printing dict also. N value normally I am taking. It is a local variable. Renuka. It is a local variable, local variable. Formal parameter means I should write here. Heading place. So, execute again. I'll say, earlier it was N is equal to 8, last part you see. Here I am taking 10. You see, my dear students, here N is equal to 10 is not there. Did you understand? When I write self, it will become the data member of the object. When you don't write self, it is going to be called what? Local variable. Output wise, it is going to be same. But I'm talking about the object point of it. Formal parameter. Yes, ma, you said formal parameter, Rocky. But it is called what? Local variable. I hope you are understanding the difference between self dot without self. Understand? Right. This is related to what? Steps here. Go to this approach now. What is the first step? Come on. Step number 1. I'll write to develop thread-based application by using subclass of what? Thread. In the bracket what? Inheritance. We use in the bracket thread inheritance. We use the following steps. We use the following steps. What are those steps? I'm just taking here. What is the first step? Import threading module. Import threading module. What is the step number 2? Come on. Choose the programmer defined class. Choose the programmer defined class name. Well, choose the programmer defined class name. Here you see, I am taking my own class name. Importing threading module. Choosing your own class name. The programmer defined class must inherit from which class? Thread class. I am taking that. So I am taking here. I am going to take it in this place. I force here. The programmer defined class. Step number 3. The programmer defined class. The programmer defined class must inherit from which class? Thread class. Of which module? Threading module. Well, next, what is the fourth step? Overriding or not? Overriding. The programmer defined class must override which one? Null body run method of which class? Thread class. Null body run method of thread class, which is executed by, I'm writing, which is executed by which thread? Child thread. Which is executed by which thread? Child thread. Okay. Step number 5. What is the step number 5? Look at. We need to start the thread. Observe it. we have overridden. After that, create an object of what? Programmer defined subclass of thread class and need to say start. Okay, go to the place. Step number 5, create an object of what? Subclass of, create an object of subclass of which class? Thread class. Create an object of subclass of thread class. Thread class. Called what? Called which thread? Child thread. Child thread. Okay. Step number 6 is what? Dispatch the thread. Dispatch the thread. Dispatch the thread. Dispatch the thread. By using which function? By using which function? In the bracket I will write here. Start function internally calls which method? Run function. Which internally calls? Run function. Run function contains internally what? Logic of the thread, which is executed by the child thread. These are the steps. These are the steps. Followed by example also I will write it. Example also I will write it. So if we follow this, example also I will write it. If we go to this place, if you want me to write it, this is called step number 1. Step number 1 I'll take it. Here I will write it. What is this? Step number 2, programmer defined class. This is called step number 3. Step number 3. This is called step number 4. Step number 4. Step number 5. This is called step number 5. And this is called step number 6. Step number 6. Did you understand? I'll take this as it is. As it is, I will take it. So I will take it. I'll paste it here. So I'm pasting this kind of thing. So I hope it is done. Program will display 1 to n numbers by using threads with whoops. So this is the second approach. I hope it is clear. Right. Students who are in the online, did you understand, guys? Did you understand these steps? All of you confirm it once. Right. Very good. Now I'm going for one more thing. One more thing. Ganesh Verma. CLS, when do you write, ma? When do you write CLS? Yes, ma. Sandhya, thank you, ma. So when do you, Ganesh Verma, when do you write CLS, ma? Ranjan, to clear the screen, ayo. Ranjan, you write imposition for 100 times. He is thinking that a CLS here. Here, Ranjan is thinking that CLS is to clear the screen. I am thinking that object-oriented programming @ class method DEF method name CLS. Ranjan, did you understand? So I am thinking what? He is thinking CLS of our operating system. I am thinking CLS of what? What I am thinking? My dear students, you are so lazy students, guys. You feel whatever you like it. Go to whoops, classes and objects, syntax for a class, syntax for defining a class. So I don't know whether to feel happy or to feel more disappointed. I don't know. CLS. So if you are a teacher, will you feel disappointed or more happy? If an angry teacher is there, definitely will take a big stick and he will just take around the room. So CLS is called what? First parameter to make our class method. Ranjan, did you clarify by yourself, ma? What is CLS? It is the first positional parameter in the class level method. Self is the first formal parameter in where? Instance method. No self, no CLS in static method. Explained or not explained? Explained. Then, so why I felt more disappointed is Ranjan said that CLS is called what? Clear the screen, he said. I disappointed that. Okay. Okay. That's what I understand, ma. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So here, if I write a CLS, don't tell this in the interview point of view. Clearing the screen. So when they are asking in OOPS questions, what is CLS in Python? If you say clear the screen, definitely they will ask who is your faculty. Don't tell my name. I did not say, because I am little sensitive. Make me to feel little happy by saying your answers. Okay, answer you don't say, no problem. But if you say CLS clear the screen, means I really felt very much disappointed. Okay. When some question is coming, straightforward answer, question to answer. I gave like a spoon feeding kind of thing. I did not give a full apple juice to you. I'm giving spoon by spoon. I gave a very detailed description. I explained. You see types of methods in a class of Python. See that instance method explanation, and then what is a self? Ganesh Verma asked that time, sir, write about self. So class level method, class first parameter. See the description. What is CLS? Ganesh Verma asked that time, sir, CLS. So what is a static method? See how big explanation I gave. Actually, nobody will give this much of detailed explanation for you. So when I'm giving this much, if you don't say clearly, so tell me how it is. Fine. So try to learn well and try to be careful. Anyhow, done. Shall I go to the third approach? Ranjan. So careful, ma. Be careful. Be ready by yourself for the next interview level. Next, I'm going for what? Another approach. So Ranjan, what is CLS? You tell me once. Ranjan, I'm waiting for your answer. What is CLS? I'm waiting for only Ranjan answer. What is CLS? First formal parameter in where? First formal parameter in where? Instance method, class level method, where? Of class method. You have to say completely. Okay now? Well, class level. Okay. Next up. I'll go to what? Approach number 3. What is an approach number 3? Come on. By using third approach, this is third approach. I will take this. Today I will upload once again. Save this. Come down to this place. What it is saying? By using non-subclass of thread class. Yes, ma, Sandhya, correct. First formal parameter in the class level method. Exactly. So, by using non-subclass of what? Non-subclass, 1 minute. Non-subclass of what class? Thread class. Without inheritance. This is called what, ma? Subclass of thread class. Here it is non-subclass of thread class. There also I will correct it if anything wrong. Non-subclass it is. Non-subclass of which class? Thread class. Thread class. So, Mahesh, switch off your video. Non-subclass of which class? Thread class. Let us go to the with inheritance or without inheritance? Without inheritance. Let us start with the non-subclass. See the example. See the example. Another example, direct example. See how model it is. Approach number 3. Approach 3.py. Approach 3.py. Come on. Class sample. Class sample. Not inheriting. Not at all inheriting. What I do? DEF show. DEF show. What is that DEF show? Instance method. Print of show method of which class? Sample class. Print of we write thread-based logic. Thread-based logic. This is called another mechanism. What is this is, ma? Our own programmer defined class. our own instance method. Okay, sir. Go to the main program. Go to main program. Go to main program. Tell me, what should I do? Create child thread. Do you know how to create child thread now? Create. How you can create, I want to see. Will you create an object of sample? Will you create an object of sample? No, because it is not a subclass of what? Thread class. Then what is another approach then? T1 is equal to threading dot thread off. Thread off. Come on. Target is equal to function name. Show. But very good. Very good. Next what I will write? Arcs is equal to. I am not writing anything because not taking any parameter. Not taking any parameter. Writing arcs is optional. Why? It is an instance method. Formal parameter only there, but no value taking. Only show. But show is what method? Instance method. Instance method must be called with respect to what? Object. First, what should I do? S is equal to what? Sample of. Then ask the thread to call with what? S dot show. Did you understand? Our functional programming says directly write the function name. But here, S dot show. Approach number 1, you see. I wrote directly target is equal to generate because the generate is called a normal function. But here, show is an instance method of which class? How I will call? With respect to the object of what? That's why I created an object and I'm saying S dot show. See the difference? Is it inheritance or without inheritance? Without inheritance, but with oops. With oops. Come on. Now say what? T1 dot what? Start. T1 dot what? Start. Now print here only. Print name of which thread? Child thread is equal to, comma. Tell me. I forget how to write. Self dot. So forget already. You are already forget. Not following that. Threading dot what? Current thread dot what? Name. I'm showing you name. Just a name. Name of the child thread. What is the name of the child thread by default printed here? Thread-1 is printed or not? Same statement I will write here. Same statement I am writing here. Name of main thread. Name of what thread? Main thread is equal to threading dot thread dot etc. It is called which one will print? Main thread will print S dot sample and I am calling S dot T1 dot start. T1 dot start. I hope you are understanding. Are you following, students? Yeah. Come on. Execute. How the flow is? Start method called with respect to T1. T1 is an object of thread class. Targeted to go for what? Show. Show is a function of what? Yes. S is an object of what? Sample. PVM will ask T1 to go to which class? Look for what method? That's it. Beautiful flow. Execute. Execute, students. Go to this. Say PY. Approach 3. What happens? Threading is not importing. I say import threading. Beautiful. Execute. See. Name of the main thread. Name of the thread. Main thread. Name of the subthread. Child thread is thread1. Show method is attached. Show of show sample. We write the thread based logic. You want to send your own name to that? T1 dot name is equal to KVR. I am giving the name of the thread as KVR. See that it is a name of the child thread is KVR. My main thread is called main thread. Who is executing this show method? KVR thread is executing. Easy or difficult? Very easy. How many approaches? 3. What is the first approach? functional programming. Next, OOPS with inheritance. Next, OOPS without inheritance. Right? Done. Is it clear? Is this is clear? Fine. Now I will go for one more. Write down. Write a thread-based application. Of course, same code you write it. Of course, 1 minute you wait. Need not write 1 minute ma. This code is there now. Which is an approach number 1 or not? Sorry, which is an approach number 2? Thread class, numbers, everything is there or not? Same logic I will do with approach number 3. Approach number 3. Wait. Now I am taking. Look at ma. Wait. Don't write. Same code I am writing. Already you are written with inheritance. I am writing without inheritance. Look at class numbers. Tell now. DEF. Come on. Generate of what I am taking, self comma n. Previously no parameter, here I am taking self comma n. Okay sir, if n less than or equal to 0, say what? Print of what input? Is invalid input. Well, dot format of what? N. Else I will write it. Print of some small line of like that. Say print of numbers within. Right? Dot format of n. Now I will say this logic, everything I am writing inside of it. Now tell me for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1 print of backslash t value of I is equal to dot format of I. I am writing there. Else part I am writing this line which is getting ended. Moreover, I will write for a fun output time dot sleep of 1. Finished. Say here import threading. I say here program which will generate numbers. I say here numbers. I am writing there something like this. Display 1 to n numbers. Number generate example 2.py. Coming to the main program. Tell me. You only tell me now. Main program. Quickly. How many threads are active count now at present? 1. What is that 1? Main thread. You know how to print it. You know that entire operations. Now create an object of what? Create T1 is equal to threading dot what? Thread of target is equal to come on, quickly answer my question. Can I write like that? Numbers dot generate. Can I write like that? Numbers dot. What is this numbers dot? Object it is created. If you feel difficult, n. What is that n? N is equal to what? Numbers like that. The long-term process if you want. Okay, sir. I will take it as next comma what? Arcs is equal to some 10 comma. Arcs is equal to 10 comma. Okay, sir. T1 dot what ma? Start. T1 dot start. If you are very much interested to print the name of the thread, name of the child thread, you can print happily. I'm writing this statement. Numbers. Right. Thread 1. Save this code. Numbers generate example 2. Yes. Yeah, I will import ma. Importing what here also? Time. So T1 dot start. Execute this code. Look at py number generate example. Required one positional argument. Where is it? Generate args is equal to start generate GENERATE. Yes, we should not write this opening bracket, closing bracket. Only function name. Are you following? Only function name. See, previously also we wrote only s dot show. Right. See that option of example one, only generate, no parenthesis. Take care, guys. Fine. So execute. See that it is asking the numbers are child thread one only, thread one, all the values are. If I run my code again and again, only the number 10 is coming. If I want to go for my own thing, if you understand me, I will write it directly what? Come on, int of, input of, already we done this, input of, enter a number, enter a number. Am I correct? Fine. Close. I hope you are understanding this. And close. Click. Execute. Enter a number directly. Some 5 I set. 5 are coming like this. 5 are coming like this. Now, still if you are a very much intelligent student, I will say this one. I will say in place of n, I can write what? Come on. Numbers. Class name is called, this is called what you know? Numbers of not generate. I'm taking that generate. Enter the number here called what you know? 4. The numbers 4 is coming. Are you getting my point? Fine. Like that we can go for it. This is the way how you can go for giving the numbers. See carefully, you see how I am going to pass the data like this. Suppose if I want to display the numbers in the opposite direction, that is a reverse order if you want. So I will just give you in other direction. I'm giving last and final, same approach only. Number generation example 3.py. It is n to 1 I will say. N to 1. Start. This is threads without. This is what? Without inheritance. Previous one also what? Without inheritance. Without inheritance, ma. This also without inheritance. Start with what is that now? Range. Come on. N comma 0 comma minus 1. Where? Range. Start comma, stop comma, step. Well, that's it. Already we learned this kind of thing. 0. N comma 0 comma minus 1. Save this. Save this code. So save this program. Out of that, see py, say number generation 3. Enter the number 10, 10, 9, 8, like this. So, like values are coming. Are you able to follow? Like this, the values are coming. You want 2 numbers difference. You want 2 numbers difference. I can happily go for what? 2. It is up to your logic. So see that, say something like 20, 18, 16, like that it will go on coming it. Are you understanding? So this is a way. Which approach? Third approach. So third approach. Coming back, what are the steps here? Look at, what is the first step? See ma, what is the first step? This part I will take it. So this one I will show you. Yeah, this one I will show you. Step number, come on, 1. Step number 2, choosing the class name, choosing your own method. Step number 3 and step number 4. Step number 4, creating an object. I'm giving a detailed step here. Step number what? 4, 2. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4. Step number 5, step number 5, step number 6, step number 6. Well, 6. Here I should write what? N dot. Am I correct? N dot. Numbers, number object. So these are the steps. I will take this example. I will mention here. Tell me, what are the steps? I say to develop. Here already is there. To develop thread-based application. To develop thread-based application by using what? Non-subclass of thread class. That is nothing but what? Without inheritance, we use the following steps. What are the first step, students? Step number 1, import threading module. Import threading module. Step number 2, please. Choose what? Programmer defined class. Programmer defined class. Step number 3. What is the step number 3? Choose programmer defined method. Choose programmer defined method. Programmer defined method. Inside of programmer defined class. Programmer defined class. Next step number 4. What is the step number 4? Come on. Step number 4. Choose, import the module. Choose the programmer defined class. Choose what? Programmer defined method. Inside what? Or define. Define, I will write it. Define programmer defined method with logic which is executed by which thread? Child thread. Inside of which class? Programmer defined class. Well, step number 4. Please look at the step number 4. Create an object of programmer defined class. Create an object of programmer defined class. Defined class. Are you calling? Fine. Why are you creating the programmer defined class? For calling the instance method of. For calling the instance method of which class? Programmer defined class. Programmer defined class. Programmer defined class. Well, right. That's why we are taking that object. That's why we are taking that object. Fine. 1 minute. So here I say programmer defined class. Here I mentioned it. I created an object for calling the instance method with respect to the object. Next what? Create an object of what? Step number 5. Create an object of which class? Thread class. Thread class. Nothing but what? Child thread creating. Child thread creation. Of which module? Threading module. You know, step number 6. Yes, created. What is next step? Dispatch. Dispatch the child thread by using which method? Start method. Run method or start method? Start method. This is the one which we did. Start method. Start method. Step number 6. That is these are the steps for development of this. I would like to take the steps as it is. So I would like to take it. As an example part, I would like to paste it. So I'm going to write it. Example part. Fine. So I'm going to give you, this is the information related to this class. Fine. Are you able to understand me? This is the information related to what? 3 approaches. How many approaches are there to create? 3. Actually, I can say first approach and I can say over. But these are important. Which approach will come in front of you, we don't know. All the approaches we developed it. Understand, students? Right. By using functional approach. Next, by using subclass of thread class. by using non-subclass of thread class. Last two approaches are with whoops with inheritance, with whoops without inheritance. That is with the functional approach. Purely what? Non-object oriented programming. Understand? Write down. Write a Python program. Write a thread-based application. Students in the online, 1 minute, let me speak with you. Is it understanding? Yes, ma, Lakshmi. Right, mom. Right. So I will give you very good notes for you people. So you have to understand everything. Not getting. Okay, Ganesh Verma, not getting. 1 comma n plus 1. I forget. Okay. 1 comma n plus 1. So what should I do now? What should I do? I have to open. I have to make him to remember. I will go to range data type. That range data type, Raki. Very good. So now 4 p.m. data types. Which data type? Sequential data type. Range function. Range function. Ganesh. No, I'm just showing ma, Lakshmi. I'm not going there. I'm just going to syntax number 1. Syntax number 1. Range. Syntax number 2. Start comma stop. Syntax number 2. Start comma stop comma step. This is the discussion. See how much discussion is. How much discussion. Mind blowing discussion. Mind blowing. 307 lines of explanation. How can you forget, Ganesh? So, right, done. So let us go to the next. Ma? If you want. Okay. We have to define run method. Compulsory. Compulsory. That's what I said. When you go to inheritance, you have to override run method. In run method only, we have to write the logic. In other two approaches, we have to take our own methods. Okay. In inheritance, you have to take compulsory run method. Mandatory for you. Okay. Write down. Write a thread-based application. Write a thread-based application. Rocky, we are going to that. We are going to that. We cannot, Rocky is asking, can we write 2 run methods in the same class? You can answer this also very well. Rocky, can we run? Yes, ma. Girls in the online, you can answer it. Of course, you can answer. You can also answer. Everybody can answer. Can we define 2 run methods in the same class? Yes, but PVM can give preference for what? Latest run method only. Latest run method only. Yes. So, who is asking? Who's asked that question? Who asked that question? I hope Rocky asked that question. Rocky, yeah. So, did you understand that? Already we said display. Which display will be given preference? Last display. If I write run method, which run method? Last one will take, and above one there is no use of writing. That is easy. Okay. So what I dictated? Write a thread-based application which will accept a line of text. Which will accept a line of text. Which will accept a line of text. Which will accept a line of text and display each and every character. Display each and every character. Display each and every character. Display each and every character after every second. After every second. After every second. Yes. How many approaches? So please help out in doing this. Please help out in doing this. With the 3 approaches I will define. Can I? 3 approaches for overall clarity purpose. Okay. Now I'm going for char generation. I'm taking char generation example1.py. Char generation example1.py. Tell me, what should I do now? DEF. Come on. Char generation is my function which is going to take, which is nothing is taking there. If you want, you can take parameter. Otherwise, I don't take parameter. It depends on. Okay. Here only I'm taking. What I'm taking? Line is equal to input of enter a line of text. Enter a line of text. Come on. Enter a line of text. Well, tell me now. For ch in where line and print. What is that? Backslash t. I say backslash t. I say like this. Dot what? Format of ch. Format of what? Ch. Say that I'm writing there. Print of given line. I'm saying there. Format of what? Line. And I'm saying print of. I'm saying something like this 50. Of course, that's very simple for you. Nothing is difficult, guys. And see that I'm writing, coming to this end of this, I'm pasting this. Coming to the main program. This is called normal function. Functional programming I am taking. That I want to execute by using threads. Anytime you need the help of threading, define your own function. Immediately go for thread. Creating thread in Python is easy or difficult? Easy. T1 is equal to threading dot. Come on. Thread of. What is T1? Child thread. Targeted to what? Target is equal to. Come on, ma. Char generation. Take care about the spelling. Char generation. Well, arcs required or not required? Not required. Why? No parameter taking. If parameter is taking, I will pass it. Okay. T1 dot what then? Start. When you say start, PVM will say to main thread is saying start. Start method called with respect to T1. T1 is an object targeted to what? Ma? Char generation. It will go to where? Char generation function, and it accept line of text and it will execute. And moreover, to see the fun output, time dot sleep of something like 1. Just execute. Yes, ma, I will import. Yes, I will import. Go to this threads, char generation example. Okay, students, import. I am doing what? Threading. Execute now. Ma? Okay. Go to this place, py, say this, asking enter a line of text, Python programming. So it is going to describe that kind of data. So it's going to display, and nothing is there. Don't watch like a cinema. After all, one logic is written. Okay, now I want, ma. You can do it. What is there? You can do it. Suppose if you take this line, ma, we are taking this CH na. If you take this CH, we have to write another logic for it. That CH will find in that line, each line, whether it is found or not. We have to convert into what? Line. For example, if you take it, go to py, line is equal to Python programming. L is equal to list of line. list of line, print L, print L. It is coming into what? Converted that string into what? List. Now take every character of list. Search in where? List. Search in list. Understand? L dot. What is the function name? Count of P. How many times? 2 times. If you want, I will tell you separate program. Simple program. Very simple program. Okay, na? I'll tell you once again that program. Let me complete this. I'll give you that. Okay. Come on, guys. Go. Here, these are all our just intelligence. If you use it, na, you can easily get it. Fine. Now, you got this information. Go to second approach. If you want, I will write this code once again. This is which approach? Which approach? Approach 1. Approach 1. Approach 1. Next, I want to go for what? Approach 2. Approach 2 I want. How do you go for approach number 2? I'll go to approach number 2. What is approach number 2? No need this logic. So take it. Others, take this one. Take it. I will take it. All these things not necessary. Remove that. Start. Character generation example 2. Threading time. This is called 2.py. Yes, please. Tell me. Class character. Character or char. No problem. Of what? Threading dot. Threading dot. Thread. Okay. Threading dot thread. Come on. DEF run off self. Only that. I will take my logic. Which logic? Which logic? Same to same. Same to same. Logic will not change. Only system will change. Syntax system will change. Other than that, nothing is there. Other than that, nothing is there. Now, dear student, you see, you got a line of text. Given line, you got it. Very well. Now I want to take it. Now I want to take it. Here I am going to say, one small point I want to give you. What I am going to do? Our student asking, list is equal to, L is equal to, list of what? Line I am taking. Line I am taking. What is L contains? All our characters in the form of list. Very good. Now take of this. Say what? Format. Print that character. Okay. Count. And whose count is equal to occurrences. Occurrences is equal to dot. Come on. CH is coming. Come on, student. L dot count of CH. What a beautiful. Come on. Line number 10. What is that? CH in YL. Not necessary. CH in line only. CH in line only. That character present in where? I converted that line into where? L. Now I am printing occurrences is equal to L dot count of CH. Beautiful logic. Look at. Come on to the point. Main program. Actually, these logics will come by practice, by thinking. Right? So, programmer improving the logic is nothing but like a small kid. If you take it, a small kid want to become an international thief. First, he will take a star, one small chocolate, he will take it. He will steal the chocolate. Next, he will go to ATMs. Next, he will go to put it in jail. In jail, all thieves will come. They will share their ideas. They will become international thief. Like that programmer also. Don't feel that I'm comparing with that. Programmers also will become the logics more and more by practicing. By more and more practicing, you will become an extraordinary programmer. And compared to our classroom logics, don't feel that in industry you'll get more and more difficult logics. Our classroom logics only little difficult. In industry, regular practice will be there. You will not get it difficult at all. Understand this logic? Right. Come on now. Create an object of what? Students in the class. Our requirement is Rocky in Python. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, student. So char is equal to that character will print, and occurrences is equal to L dot. Because why I converted into L? Because the count function is there in where? List. I converted my string into what? List. L dot count of that CH. What a beautiful knowledge. So coming to the point of it, create an object of what? Come on, create. CH is equal to what? Char of. CH dot what? Start. Okay. Create it. Character generate example 2.py. Execute. Come out of it. You say exit of it. Come to our place. Yes, so py. Say this. Asking a line of text. Python programming. Yes, sir. Python programming. Enter a line of text. P is available 2 times. Y is available 1 time. T is available 1 time. H is available 1 time. O is available 2 times. O is available 2 times. G is available grooming. Right. P is available. I say. Right. Good. Understand? Okay. Now see. I say something like this. O. See that O is available 7 times. O is available 7 times. Don't look at me. Look at there. Good. How I did. Converted everything into what list. I'm taking one letter. I'm searching inside. Finished. Say apple. A is available 1 time. P is available 2 times. P is available 2 times. L is available 1 time. E is available 1 time. Understand? Right. Simple. Very easy. Got it. Right now? Fine. This is called which approach? With the inheritance. Oops with? Very good. Now I want to go for what? Approach number 3. Approach number 3. Right? Fine. Okay. So getting approach number 3. Yes, approach number 3, forget. What is that approach number 3, students? I forget. Class character, say what? DEF gen char of what? Self. Gen char of self. Come on. Gen char of self. I will take the same logic. Same logic. Yes. I'll take this logic. Same to same. Same to same. Same to same. Which logic I will take? Previous logic I will take. This logic I will take. Yes. If you are interested, you can take it as a parameter to that. You can take it as a parameter to that. Instead of accepting here, you can take it as a parameter. Comma, what I can write? Line I can take it. Line. So need not to take this line. But I will convert this into what? List. List. Well, coming to where? Main program. What I'll do? Come on, direct attack. T1 is equal to threading dot thread of target is equal to character of gen what? Char, comma, arcs is equal to input of enter a line enter a line, comma, like this. Okay now? Is it okay? Yes, sir. Come on, T1 dot what? Well, one more clause, huh? Okay, thread related clause. Okay, one more clause. And I say what? Import threading, comma what? Time. Threading, comma time. Save this code. Excellent. Okay. 3 now. 3. Program number 3. Program number 3. I'm saying that Java programming or Java program. Say J 3 times, A 3 times, V like that. It is going to give you like that. It is going to give you like this. Fine. Understand? Right. Total number of characters in that len of that list that you can play. You can play. So if you want to get it in reverse order, what do you do? Say colon minus 1. Colon minus 1. Just play with the programming. Java programming. M is coming first. Next, all the things are coming in reverse order. So last J will come. Right. Are you understanding that? Reverse. Like this. This is the way how you can do this. Easy or difficult? How many ways are there to develop threading? 3. These 3 ways we can take like this. And this is about thread-based approaches. Now in this locking concept, I will tell you. Deadlocks. How to create multiple threads. Because of creating multiple threads, what will be the problem happening? How do you overcome that? Simple. For all of you, I need to give 10,000 to you. In my account, how many rupees is there? 10,000. So I gave you, asked me, sir, to give my 10,000. I said, one check I gave you, 10,000. To everybody, I gave one check. I have 10,000 rupees in my account. For 10 people, I gave 10 checks with the 10,000. All of them are put it in the bank. That request will come to my bank account at the same time or not? That time, how many checks will bounce? 9 checks will bounce. 1 check will pass. That is called threading application deadlocks. Without precautionary measurement, all 9 checks will pass. I have only 10,000. Then who is under loss? Banker is under loss. So banker must take care carefully. If one person is issuing the check for multiple people, if multiple requests comes to the same account has to be locked one by one when multiple requests are coming. That is our tomorrow's class. Lock concept I will explain. Deadlocks concept in tomorrow class. Final concept of locking. For that purpose only we are learning this. Are you following? So what is the tomorrow's class? This is a level 1 explanation. Level 2 explanation is deadlocks. That is my tomorrow's class. Today's class is clear? Right. So students in the online, is it clear? Is it clear, students? Right. Resource utilization, ma. Tomorrow I'm going to explain. Neerada, correct, ma. So coming to the point of it, tomorrow's class I will go for deadlocks explanation. Yeah, today is a very interesting class, sir. Okay. Daily interesting class only. I will teach with interesting only, but how you will hear, I don't know. Is my voice changing anytime? Did you observe from beginning to ending any change in my voice? Same frequency, same way. 7 o'clock, whatever the frequency. 4 o'clock also same. Evening 6 o'clock also, 6 to 8 also I have a class there. Same. How? Need to have some commitment. right now. So only 2 hours class. Right. So we need to go for hard working is important. So only 2 hours learning, tired, eating something outside and all these things don't do. Fourth wave is coming. Directly go to home. Try to practice Python. Okay now? Right. Take care by yourself. Right. Shravani, started already. Started. Features of Python is going on. Shivananda. Okay. Interesting today's class. Okay. Shivananda. Very good. So you are in Bangalore, I hope so. Shivananda. Right. Shall I stop the class? Fine. So 6 p.m. started just 1 week back. I crossed 575 students in that. Offline and online, both of them. So total Python students in Amirpet is in our class only. But in this class, lockdown, I went for a pandemic situation. Our lockdown time I went. So that's why went for some of the people to home and all those things. Right. Sir, Sandhya, sir, is it okay to buy your notes outside? Why, ma? Why you are buying outside? I'm giving the notes daily now. Yes, ma. Brahmani, correct. So why you will buy, ma? I'm giving the notes now. So I'm giving the notes daily now. So if you want that binding and all those things, you can take it. But I'm giving the notes daily now. Right, ma. Rakesh. Very good. Yes, that is my target. We need to give our notes clearly. Tomorrow, don't miss it. Deadlocks concept I will explain. One more example. When you go to reservation, yourself and myself and all the people trying for the same bus number, same seat. Multiple people are sending a request to the same seat, same bus. Will it be given multiple reservation tickets at a time? If it granted, what will happen when they go to the bus stop? One seat, 4 people are ready. Who will sit in that? Problem. That is called a deadlock situation. How I can avoid? With a deadlock situation, locking concept is there. That I will explain tomorrow class. Okay, na? Don't miss the class. Thank you. Good day. Don't miss the class tomorrow. Important session. Fine.